There we go. Well, hope everybody's having a good day. Might be a quiet stream today, which not that I mind. I myself have a little bit of a headache. Hi, Wiggly Coconut. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty crummy too. I got a little bit of a headache. It's not too bad though. It's better than yesterday. But still kind of hurts. Probably not gonna stream too long today. Just draw a little bit. Well, I was thinking of drawing some amazing digital circus stuff. Because we do get the new episode this week. I'm pretty excited too. Let me see. Let me find a good reference. I think... Oh, I know what I want to draw. I want to draw Jax and Pomni in their respective little, swapped outfits. Draw whatever you want, mate. Hold on, I gotta... Hmm. Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. How did you become friends with Narami? Oh, it was a long time ago. I made a lot of fan art of her OCs. And I would post it on Tumblr a lot. Then we moved over to TikTok and I started posting my fair share of TikToks of her OCs. Because I was just really obsessed with them back then. I mean, still obsessed with them now, but not as much as I used to be. You know, I was just a regular to her content, you know? And one day she DMs me and says, "Hey, you want to hang out sometime?" I was like, "Sure." And that's it. And the rest is history. My arm does not look right. I am terrible at drawing. Certain. It could also be my headache, I don't know. I was so badly sick yesterday when I was drawing somehow I found myself drawing pickles with a mustache. Oops. I'm in bed already. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, coconut, see ya. I don't know if I like the way her feet are. Okay, that's better. solo voices. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. I've got a little bit of a headache, but I'm working through it. Sorry if I'm not as talkative. Because I'm kind of locked in and also the headache. Oops. Hi, snooze button. There we go. That's better. Oh, that's cute down there. That's freaking adorable. Who the heck drew that? Whatever it is, it's adorable. I love it. Whoever drew it. It's great. I keep reading what? Sorry, I disappeared for a second. I had to... My parents were looking for my cat. I didn't know where she was. Tiny went rogue for a second there, but now she's good. How do you turn any drawing you've selected? Oh, you just use the little select. Like, you see the little square? The little square button that, it's like got two, the corners are like little circles. Like, it looks something like this. Select this tool. And that's how it selects your drawing so you can turn it. If you're wanting to select a certain part of the drawing, but not the whole thing, then you want to use the lasso tool, which looks something like this. There you go. That's what it looks like. You're welcome. Hi, Miss Sketch. Go ahead and join. Hi, Stargazer. How you doing? I just recently discovered Magma. I've been a pencil artist my whole life. Digital art is awesome. That it is. I love digital art as well. It can be hard to master at times, though. Just like drawing with a pencil. Either way, it still requires talent. I'd love to draw other original character servers because it helps me practice other styles. Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. I've got... Oh, Swift, I didn't know you were in here. Hi, Pookie. I missed you. I missed you. Got a little bit of a headache, which is why I'm not as chipper happy as usual. I can make my jack smaller. Give me a sec. Taking up a little too much space. There we go. And I'll move Pomni over here. There we go. A little more conservative with the space. Oops. No, I like that, Swift. Right here, asshole. Oh, I'm scared for this Friday. I'm scared. Hello, Charlie. The stream is glitching out a bit. Oh. Huh. It's not saying it's glitching on my end. It might be on your end, Remy. I don't like saying that. It might be a little bit. Just a little bit. Hello, Paradox. No need to fight. What's up, Parada? What's up? Save you from what? I don't know what I'm supposed to save you. Oh, your masterpiece is done, Charlie. Ooh. Can you make tomorrow not a thing? Well, I can't stream tomorrow because I do have to work late. But, I will stream Wednesday. So, there's that. I don't want to do that AP mock exam. Yeah, I remember feeling stressed about those. Now I don't have to stress about them anymore. They are a thing of the past. What if I make work disappear? You can't really make work disappear. I'm kind of needed where I am. Especially since I work at an animal hospital. I mean, I do get PTO. I've had some PTO this month and last month too. But you can only use... I mean, I had to use up some of it due to... I forgot what I was saying. You might as well draw. Might as well. It's okay, Josh. You're good. Hi, real nodes and beeps. How you doing? Well, I got my breadhead plush yesterday. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Mm. Oh, whoops. Put them up here. How does it look? Jax looks thrilled to be here. Meanwhile, Pomni's looking all chaotic. Oh, I just realized I forgot something important on Jax here. There we go. Kaufmo would be voiced by Jack Black. I get the distinct impression that Kaufmo probably won't be voiced by Jack Black. Granted, I don't know if we'll even see Kaufmo. Or any of the previously abstracted people. Be cool if we did see Kaufmo, and at the very least Ribbit, considering that. You know, one part of me does not think that the whole Pomni is ribbit theory is really viable, but another part of me is like, yeah, but what about their similar, like, facial designs and the whole Pomni crouching on like a frog during the intermission time thing? So it's like, huh. Okay. Aren't they both girls too? Well, be careful saying that, because just because we know they're gendered, or just because we know what their pronouns are, doesn't mean we know the gender. Even though in most cases, pronouns are used to express gender, sometimes it's not. In this case, though, I'm pretty sure that but yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that they are both girls. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, yeah. I would assume. But then again, maybe not. To be honest, I don't really care. I mean, it would be definitely interesting if somehow Pomni turned out to be, like, I don't know, like another version of Ribbit that maybe on one hand, I'm not sure how exactly that would work, because after, I mean, if Ribbit abstracted, like, how the heck did they come back as Pomni? I personally don't know if I believe in the whole theory about if they abstract, they leave. I personally think that when they abstract, essentially their data, I guess, gets erased. So it's like, pretty sure it's like permadeath. But then again, we would also have to know what exactly the implications are. Like, when they're in the circus, is it their whole body that's in the circus? Like, did their bodies get sucked in like some kind of I don't know, portal? Or did they or are they like just passed out in chairs somewhere with headsets on them? Who knows? It's like Sword Art Online, when they abstract in the circus, they die for real. But who knows, again. Questions will probably be answered at some point like that. Or at the very least, after this series ends, Gooseworks might, like, answer some of those questions. I mean, it'll depend what's all revealed in these last 3 episodes. I agree with critics in the audience about the FNAF 2 movie, but that doesn't mean I hate it. I thought you said you liked it. Joshua, was that a lie? Or I thought you said you loved it, you thought it was great. I personally think it was great. People, to each their own, but I think I guess I loved it because me as a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, I like everything about the franchise. I'm always open to like being wrong about any theories that I have in my head. Meanwhile, some people I don't think are quite as open to being wrong, and also aren't quite as open to seeing another, like, I guess another version of the series. And people said that they were confused. I'm not sure where the confusion is. As someone who kind of knows the lore to a degree, you know, I know a lot about the lore. I've watched a lot of MatPat videos. I'm not sure how, I mean, if people that aren't familiar with the lore are obviously going to be confused. But me personally, I wasn't confused at all. I understood everything that was happening in front of me. And a lot of what was happening in the movie is something I recognized from, like, previous games or the books. Because believe it or not, there are books. And, I mean, well, I guess if you don't like the movies, you're probably not going to like the books, because I guess the writing is kind of similar. Well, I said I agree with the audience and I loved the movie. Well, it says you also agreed with critics, that's why. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, Josh, it really doesn't. I'm just sick of people trying to gaslight people who liked it into thinking it was an awful movie. It really wasn't. It wasn't, if, you know... I mean, the people that thought the FNAF 2 movie was terrible probably also thought the Security Breach was an awful game too, even though, again, that wasn't an awful game. The only thing that was bad about it was that the glitches. And Lola, the Fourth Closet book is good. To be honest, I don't know how to feel about the Fourth Closet. Simply because the whole idea about certain characters being robots is a bit weird to me. And also the Silver Eyes. I mean, I would have to reread it and go back to it. I'm kind of glad that they didn't adapt the Silver Eyes to the big screen. Because I wanted to see something original. I wanted to see an original story. And also, what a lot of people, I don't think... I think a lot of people misunderstand the movies in that they think that it's supposed to be... The story is supposed to be exactly like the games. But the thing is, it wouldn't be a good story. I mean, if they told you exactly like the games, then there wouldn't really be much of a point. It's kind of like how the Sonic movies aren't exactly like the games. There are some parts that are like the games, but I mean, there's no Tom, Donut Lord, in any of the games. It's like there are some changes that people make to adapt it to the big screen. That's just kind of how it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes changes get made, and again, it's not a big deal. Just because they change it a little bit for the movie doesn't, you know, take away from the games at all. Well, can I talk about the Easter egg in the movie? To be honest, at this point, if you haven't seen the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, that's your own fault, because you had a whole weekend to do it. You had a whole 4 days. You had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a whole weekend to take an hour out of your day, an hour and 44 minutes out of your day to go see the dang movie. I said weekend. You had a whole weekend to go see the movie. Weekend. As in the end of the week. Plus a couple of days, like Thursday and Friday. So yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, I did see Shadow Bonnie. I was like, oh. Give it a week, Lola. Don't be so insensitive. Oh, yeah, I guess we should probably let anybody know that, anybody in here that doesn't want to be spoiled, if you haven't seen the movie, I'd suggest leaving now and coming back in a minute. I mean, that's not your fault. I kind of gave the okay, so I don't blame anybody in the comments. It's perfectly fine. No, you're fine, Solo Voices. You're fine. I'm pretty sure everybody here has seen it, at least. But, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to talk a little spoilery a bit here. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Paradox, wake up. I personally think, I'm going, okay, so yeah, spoiler warning, I'm going to talk about the movie. I understand that the direction that the movie took, some people are not too happy with it, such as making Charlotte, or the puppet, a bit more of a villain. As opposed to, you know, Golden Freddy being the... I think that they are trying to make Charlotte the vengeful spirit, as opposed to Golden Freddy. And technically we did see Golden Freddy, we just didn't see the suit, but we saw the child that was possessing Golden Freddy. And I think I think the reason is, I think perhaps the puppet and Golden Freddy have kind of swapped places, in a way. And I don't really mind that too much. I think it's okay that they did that. I kind of understand why too, because having two kind of leader spirits, like, there are going to be a lot of kid spirits that are going to be popping in, and I think they're just trying to make it a bit simpler, which is totally fine. You know, we got the OG dead kids, you know, they're gone, they're at peace, that kind of eliminates a whole, you know, that saga is done. But Charlotte being the vengeful spirit makes more sense, because in the games the puppet is really the only one that has yet to move on. Granted, I know that the that Golden Freddy kind of keeps Golden Freddy keeps William in hell and torments him. What game? Kind of up top. What indie game would you feel would make the best movie? Mouthwashing? Ooh. To be honest, as good as Mouthwashing is, I don't know if I would want to see it in a movie form. It would just the game was already hard enough to play due to how, like, just emotionally charged and, you know, insane it was. I mean, if they did make a movie, it'd be fine. But I probably wouldn't go see it. I'm just saying. It's just a very violent movie. It's especially not intended for children. That entire game is not made for kids in mind. It is an adult movie. Or an adult game, and the movie would be treated as such. An adult movie. True. I'm sure it could be executed properly if given the proper format and the budget. I'm just kind of watching all y'all draw, to be honest. I kind of stopped drawing because, again, I've got a little bit of a headache. You know what? I think an indie game that would make the best movie. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking? Well, actually, I don't know what I'm thinking. I lost my train of thought. Trying to think. Oh, I know what would make the best movie. Little Nightmares. And they should make the movie in stop motion. That would be awesome. Yeah, I know they're doing a series. I'm just saying, if they made a movie, it should also be stop motion. Cause like A Little Nightmares has that feeling of like the way that the characters move. I feel like they would be a lot more terrifying if they were in stop motion. But like, Lola, what? Alrighty, solo voices. To be honest, I'm probably getting close to ending the stream here too. Josh, you don't have to. That's great. I like that. I love that you liked the movie. But even if you didn't like it, that's okay too. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. My only problem is that people who don't like the movie are going around and essentially saying, "Oh, this movie was trash," or like, you know, making fun of anybody who did like that movie. And it's like, I'm not sure why we gotta be toxic about it, first and foremost. And secondly, just because that's your opinion doesn't make it fact. Kind of like how there's no, such thing as bad art. You know? There's no right or wrong way to do it, I guess you could say. I think movies are a form of art. And... what am I, a roach? That's funny, Miss Sketch. People have their own opinions and shouldn't force opinions down others and assume it's correct or factual. Exactly. I've heard some people kind of complain about the acting and that the acting is terrible, but one thing I would like to point out is that all horror movies have horrible acting. Every single one of them. If you watch even Scream, the cult classic, has terrible acting in it. If you go back and rewatch it, you would know what I mean. That's just kind of par for the course for horror movies. Which is, you know, I don't say that as a bad thing. It's perfectly fine, you know? In a way, I think bad acting kind of helps settle you. I think the only horror movie out there that probably actually has really good acting is probably Hereditary. Hereditary has some pretty good acting. I will say that. But yeah, a lot of the OGs, the really popular ones like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Exorcist. There are parts where the acting is just not good. Why didn't the OG spirits get the happiest day from FNAF 3? They technically did get the happiest day. They got to see Abby again. I think that was the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, another movie that had really horrible acting? Sleepaway Camp. That's another one. Terrible acting. But that's another thing people are confused with. They thought that the they thought that all the mini games that happened in FNAF were going to be incorporated into the big screen, which is unrealistic. And also, I think the movies are kind of Scott's way of trying to make the original story he had in mind a bit more cohesive, because he himself said that as he was making the games, he kind of lost the plot a bit. Like, there were some things that kind of changed a lot over the years. So it kind of, keeping that in mind, it kind of makes it impossible to make a proper timeline or even a proper, you know, theory about it, because, you know, that's the thing about theories, you know, they're never confirmed canon. And Scott probably had to do a lot of rewriting in order to make it fit into a movie and fit the big screen. And he had to make it so that way the story is a bit more linear, as opposed to very much all over the place, like it is in the OG games. But that's the joy of fan-made projects. They can incorporate the books or games into movies. Yeah, see, yeah, and at this point, yeah, there really isn't a point. I think that was also Scott's idea too. There wasn't really any point in making some of those scenes onto the big screen, because so many people have already made like animations of it, artwork of it, you know, to the point where, you know, it'd be like kind of, you know, I think, you know, because yeah, the artists, believe it or not, a lot of artists could do it a lot better than any big screen could. So it's like, okay, that's a lot to live up to. There's some big shoes to fill. Gotta be careful. So I think that's why some of those things got changed up a bit too. But it's okay. It's really okay. They or you can make it as good or centered as structured as you want. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, honestly, there are very few things that I would change about the movie. I personally like the direction it's going. I understand the direction that they are going, and I was able to pick that up. So I'm pretty darn content. Oh, I'm gonna say some more spoilery things. Pretty sure Circus Baby is possessed when we see her in the movie. I'm pretty sure Elizabeth's already hanging out in there. And also, the way Michael looks, his face looks very animated. Almost like his face is not his own, you know what I mean? Which is why I think it's very possible. Michael Afton. Which is why I think it's very possible when we see him in the movie, he's already got entered inside of him. Also, we're not quite sure about what the time frame is in regards to him going down to to Circus Baby. Yeah, the bunker. The circus bunker. We're not quite sure of the time frame, but we do know it is well before, it's well before 2000. It probably takes place somewhere between FNAF, it takes somewhere, it takes somewhere between FNAF 4 and, Maybe even, yeah, I feel like it takes place maybe before FNAF 4, I feel like. Also, I wonder who the she that Henry's talking about at the end. Is he talking about Charlotte or is he talking about Baby? Or both, potentially. I don't know. It was definitely very interesting to see. I am very excited for FNAF 3. Yes, I saw Candy. I did not see Pop Goes, though. Also, FNAF World. I doubt FNAF World is ever gonna get a remake. But that's one that Scott, I think, wants to try to forget about. Well, either way, I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I've been talking a lot. I've only dropped 2 things. And I'm a bit tired and also kind of want to shut my eyes for a bit. So I'll probably call it a night here. They're never gonna make the FNAF series as any darker than it is. I can guarantee you that. Scott, I'm pretty sure he just wants to keep it PG-13. And I personally agree with that change. I don't need to see a whole lot of blood, guts, and gore. I'm good on that. So yes. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I work late tomorrow night, so you will not see me tomorrow. But you'll see me on Wednesday, and I've got a few surprises planned. I might play Silent Hill on Wednesday. But on Friday, I might potentially stream a live reaction to Amazing Digital Circus. But I don't know, we'll have to see. So yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely morning, a lovely evening, a lovely night, whichever time of day it is for you. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye!